Welcome back to the channel, everybody. How you doing? How you doing? Today we are going to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! The Battle City arc. Arguably one of the greatest tournament arcs ever. This takes place, I think it's like right after Duelist Kingdom. You got a couple of filler episodes. Whatever, we skip filler. We're not doing that here. But the arc really starts off kind of slow. You learn what Dungeon Masters is, which is a dope thing. It's cool, don't get me wrong, it's cool, but it's like, it felt like filler to me because it gets super like intense. But with this, it kind of introduces you to like the rules of Yu-Gi-Oh! This is where you actually truly know Yu-Gi-Oh! And it actually makes sense finally. Now, this is kind of like Duelist Kingdom arc. That's how I kind of looked at it, is Battle City is just Duelist Kingdom except better. And you get Egyptian gods in here, which is so dope. I'm kind of trying to talk about like the beginning stuff, kind of skim it, because you just are battling random people and you have the villain Merrick that is basically like plotting to get rare cards, and he's trying to defeat like Yugi, for example. Yugi ends up getting like the Red Eyes Black Dragon that was Joey's, because Joey lost to a guy that was just playing Exodia, which is just crazy. So you have things like that is happening. And then you have this woman named Isuzu, where she gives Kaiba Obelisk, which is crazy. And then she's like explaining to Kaiba about like his like family, and Kaiba is unhinged. We already know how Kaiba rolls. Yugi gets Slifer, which is pretty cool if you ask me. And how he gets Slifer is so ridiculous and it's hilarious, but I love it anyways, of course, because it's Yu-Gi-Oh! But so Yugi gets Slifer, and then we are slowly getting to the final, the finals, which is what we want. With that, we have a guy named Merrick, and we actually have Merrick, Bakura, Kaiba, Joey, and Mai, and those are the finalists for the Battle City, and it's really good. There's a couple of them that are actually really good, like duels. I actually think the best one in the whole arc is Joey versus Merrick. I think that's the best one. The real Merrick, not Odium. No, not him. The real Merrick versus Joey is the best one, just saying. All in all though, I think the show's really good. I think it's a really fun, such a wild thing. And I will say, I mean, my buddy and I have talked about where he thought like Obelisk is really cool in this, but the moment Yugi summons Slifer, I got chills. And so when Yugi's like facing Bakura and Yugi just windmill slams Slifer, and Slifer like coils around the air balloon, and then he's just like right behind Yugi, it's so freaking sick, dude. And it's just mind blowing. I think the whole thing is just such a wild arc, but it's just so good. You have to, when you watch Yu-Gi-Oh! You have to like accept the bizarreness, because again, it's for kids. So it's like some of these wild things, like the thing like with like Merrick, how he has to like, they have to defeat Merrick through a duel in order to beat him, even though they all could just like gang up and just beat the crap out of him and like take his stuff, but they don't, because it's like, he's the bad guy, we have to defeat him in a duel. And then you have like, then everyone's like telling Kaiba like, yo Kaiba, Merrick is gonna take over the world unless you help Yugi out. And Kaiba's like, nah, I don't need to do that, because screw that, screw Yugi, he sucks. And it's just so bizarre through it all. It literally blows my mind. And of course we get into the Shadow Realm of things, which is just wilder. I love it. I love Battle City so much that I never realized how crazy this show is. It was cool getting introduced to the Egyptian god cards. In real life Yu-Gi-Oh! The Winged Dragon Raw sucks compared to the other two. Obelisk is literally the best one in actual Yu-Gi-Oh! Not Slifer, which Slifer is my favorite. After a rewatch of this, I was like, dude, Slifer is definitely like the go. He's my favorite one so far. Just the difference, it's just so funny that like Slifer is just, well, it's just funny that the Winged Dragon Raw is just not good. I thought it was just kind of funny, but like Obelisk in like actual Yu-Gi-Oh! Is really good, and Slifer is like fine, but like the Winged Dragon Raw is just sort of mid, which is just hilarious. But in the show, Slifer has like so many wild things. Like when you play like Monster Reborn, they have this thing called Sneak Attack, and it's just so bizarre when Merrick does all these wild things, and his deck literally is just the Winged Dragon Raw deck, nothing else. He only focuses on the Winged Dragon Raw, so it's like a 60 card deck, because I'm pretty sure they play 60 cards, not 40. But it's like just so funny, dude, like how this show is and how wacky it is, but I love it at the same time. But yes, this show was awesome. I think the best fight, the best duel was Joey versus Merrick, especially because Joey, for one, didn't have a God card, and Joey almost beat Merrick. So that was sick. Joey wanted to face Merrick because Merrick beat his homegirl, Shadow Realmed her. So it's like, yo, you just did this to my girl, bro? My girl? So it was just sick to see that, honestly. But yeah, I was just flabbergasted by how the show just took you into a loop, and I was like so locked in watching the show the whole time, and I really liked it. It was just a really fun show, and I'm really happy I'm rewatching Yu-Gi-Oh because the nostalgia is really strong right now. So yeah, and then there was a funny one where like Kaiba fights Merrick's sister, and that's just such a bizarre fight too, because she's like, you're gonna do this, you're going to lose, because she had like one of the pieces to like tell her what's gonna happen in the future. Kaiba, for a weird reason, like was like transcend from the pharaoh like lore to like realize what she's gonna do and like blow up his like obelisk. So then he goes blue eyes and just obliterates her with blue eyes. It's just such a wild show and I love it so much. It's just such a fun show. I really do enjoy it. I truly think, like, I haven't watched a lot of shonen tournaments in a while, but personally, I would argue that the Battle City arc is a top 5 for tournament arcs. Like, without a doubt, I think it's easily a top 5. I think Duelist Kingdom was kind of mid compared to Battle City. Battle City was just way better. So yeah, I would definitely give this like a 9 out of 10 for a fun anime. If you guys ever watch Yu-Gi-Oh, recommend just watching Yu-Gi-Oh. Skip the filler, because there is a filler part in Battle City. It's like right in the middle, right before you get to the final 4, right in the middle, and it's just like, what is going on? It's one of those things, and it's just a giant L, if you ask me. If you guys made it to the end of the video, what do you guys think about Battle City? Is Battle City your favorite one, or what's another favorite Yu-Gi-Oh arc that you guys have that maybe I haven't reviewed yet? I want to do GX, and I think I might do 5Ds next after GX. We'll see how I feel about it, but I would love to know what you guys say down below, of course. I just want to tell you guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe.
Prepare to experience a power like no other! Come on, Heart of the Cards! I sacrifice Dark Magician Girl, Gamma the Magnet Warrior, and Big Shield Gardener to summon the almighty Slifer the Sky Dragon!